Yeah, it's been a few days. We've been at a family gathering at the island that I used to live on. Members of the family has taken over after I left, and they are keeping the place, and it was nice to revisit. Now I've gone across the fjord to Norheimsund and dropped off my wife. So she's heading home with all our dirty clothes and taking them for a wash. And I'm taking the boat home. And then we are setting off in a different direction. We'll see how the weather plays its part in that puzzle. So I don't know exactly where we're going yet, but we are going for another week sailing. Today it's a bit windy. It's supposed to be very little wind, but when we left, we went into a shop in the town of Herand and bought a few items there and set off. And when we motored into the little town, it was it was flat calm. It was like a mirror. And when we got back out, it was not much better. And as we got closer to the island, at the tip of the island, we could see there is a little bit of wind on the water. So I started putting up sails, and when we got outside the island, it started picking up really a lot. So we had to reef quite soon and sailed across, and yeah, now we got across rather quickly. Now I put up the sails again, heading home alone, and yeah, I'm doing my first course change now. So you can see the Genoa is starting to act up a bit. That is because we are now rounding this little nib and we are heading out the fjord, and the wind changed around these keys and nibs and hills and mountains and whatever in this fjord, and it is really unpredictable. So I'm gonna tend to the sails and set my course out, and we'll see how far I can get tonight before I have to drop my anchor. So that was a lot of talking, but now we're back sailing, and it is so nice, and I'm alone. It's nice when the wife is on the boat, but it's also really nice to be able to just enjoy time on your own on the water. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this week sailing the boat home, and the week after that we are sailing off again, me and her, and that's gonna be nice. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll give you an update later on when I know where I'm gonna anchor. I have a few spots picked out. It depends on how well the wind catches in the fjord. I'm needing to tack out this little cut out from Sommerfjorden to further out the Hardangerfjord. I have already passed two of my pre-chosen passable anchorages. There is another one behind that key sticking out here. I think I'm going to pass that one as well and anchor in the dark somewhere else. I'm stalling this tack quite long now. I would have tacked over sooner, I guess, but now I need to go so deep into this bay here that I clear the fish farm on the other side. I hope. We'll see how that goes. And the reason for that is that I've been waiting for this cruise ship heading out the fjord, because I did not want to be in that big lump of metal's way when it comes out the fjord. It has taken quite a bit longer than I was expecting. I thought it was doing better speed than that, but yeah, on the short legs they drive quite slow if they don't need to push for some reason. So this one was really taking its time. So yeah, that's good. The wind's I reefed down because in here it was really gusty. So otherwise the winds has been fair all the way. They're supposed to be gusting to about 22-24 knots. So it's sensible to be reefed. So I guess I will stay reefed. And we will see how that plays out. If it's not too bad when I get into the big fjord behind there, between Kystnes and Strandebarm, deep on the other side of this biggest, wider section of the fjord, behind this key sticking out there that is called Ljones. Then I will shake out the reefs, because it's not much fun doing 3 knots when you're going to be doing 6. So yeah, just waiting for gusts, because that's a wide stretch and the gusts is not that frequent. It's in these narrow cuts with a higher terrain around them, like this mountain here, but this is in the lee side, so that's not much turbulence for that one, but it lifts the wind, so it gets lighter when you get close to it. So yeah, it is tricky sailing in the fjords, but it is also good fun. But I've been spoiled now, sailing in more open waters. So yeah, that's life. But I'm enjoying this. Few more minutes of waiting, and perhaps I will have to tack across on this side of the fish. It's not that far, and the winds are shifting now, so yeah, I'll attend to sailing. Yeah. 6 tacks it took to get through this cut or this sound, but we are through. The wind is good. It's a bit breezy. I'll see when I get further into this wider spot if I'm going to shake the reefs out or if I'm going to keep them. We are doing 6.1 knots speed over ground. Bit of current, so we're doing fairly good. The current is against us, not with us. So yeah, it is a nice evening. It's been raining today. It's been gusty winds, and now the sun is poking through. It is setting, but it is poking through. I have decided, I've left actually the last anchorage that was on my opportunity list, and now I'm into the I wish I could get there list, and that's good. So I'm gonna anchor at Sild today. That was not done when we headed in the fjord, because we sailed all the way to Botten. So it's good to finally be able to anchor at Sild. So that is the plan. Let's hope the wind doesn't die the next 2 hours at least. So there's not supposed to be much wind, so the wind can just drop and disappear, but I think it's gonna last. So that's gonna be amazing. So that is the plan, if there's no other boats anchored there, because I don't think there's spots for many boats to anchor. Perhaps 1 or 2, not more than that. Depends on where the boats drop the hook. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I don't know if you can tell, but I am. Talk to you later on. Full sails. We are crossing the wider spot between Kystnes and Strandbaum now, and when we get to the cut down between Kystnes and Valsøy, we're making a turn and heading down to Sild, and that is just at the end of that cut. So this is going great. Full sails are up, as I said, and we are doing a good course, so this is shaping up to be something nice. Looking forward to our evening at the anchor now. Nice little rainbow, and there is the island that I'm gonna anchor at. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue this tack a little bit longer to get height and have a good sail down towards this island. This big island here that goes down the closest like mountain that you see, that is Valsøy. This little island there, that is the one that we are gonna tuck in behind and hide from the wind and sleep tight tonight on anchor. So that is good. The winds are fluky and tricky and challenging in this fjord, and it is good fun. It is throwing you curveballs on every tack, so yeah, it's nice. I like it. The gusts are really gentle. They're not like bullets shooting down the mountains today. They're gradually increasing, and then they last for a minute or so and they drop off. So it's no problem to sail today. Sometimes you get these really gusts of air and they hit you like, yeah, a steam train, and that's not very nice, but you can see them coming on the water. So today is nice. So yeah, now it's a new gust coming. This is a short one, so I'm gonna continue a little bit longer, and I'm gonna tack and head down to the island, and I'll give you an update when the anchor is down. If it's dark, I'll give you an update tomorrow morning. About 50 meters back here, the wind just dropped. It disappeared. So I just turned the boat around, heading towards the anchorage now or something. We'll see. But right now I don't have any wind, and I can see my anchorage from here. It is annoying. Yeah, right about there is the anchorage. I guess wind is gonna fill in again. It just totally disappeared. So yeah, that happens. I'm gonna give it some time. I'm heading, of course, a bit off, because when the winds are this light, if I get close to this island, there's gonna be absolutely nothing. So we'll see what happens. Perhaps it's gonna be a while until I'm at the anchorage. Well, it is the next morning. Oh, the morning is past, but the night is past too. I arrived here around midnight last night. I took quite some time to anchor. and that is because it is not a good anchorage. It's not very deep, so you don't need too much chain out. I was really hesitant about staying, but I checked the forecast, every forecast, and they all agreed there would be no winds all night. It was going to start to a weak breeze would start around 11, and that's blowing now. So I've had breakfast and done all the things that you need to do in the morning, had coffee and so on, and now I'm ready to set off. I'm going to a different anchorage today. It's not far, it's about 13 nautical miles, I guess, and yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the sunny sail today. Tomorrow it's going to be raining and thundering and all sorts of fun, but yeah, this is the anchorage. This is the fjord that we lost the wind in, beyond that key sticking out there, and this part of the island of Bavaria, running down into the fjord there. Beyond there, halfway across, I lost the wind. The wind came back from different directions at different points, and in the end I arrived outside here. But when I was going to tack and sail in here and drop my sails, a convoy of freighter ships came in the fjord that runs past this island on the outside, but the freighter ships and so on usually take this route through here, because then they won't need to make a sharp bend. So 4 ships were in a line coming towards me, so I decided to run down on the far end of the island and drop the sails there and motored back in. They were moving really slowly. I guess they were hauling sand or something, perhaps asphalt, I don't know. So they took quite some time to get by, and they didn't make much waves, but in the time that I had anchored, the last ship had passed. So yeah, but this is the anchorage. This is the nib that I was seeking shelter by. There was a little bit of wind when I arrived last night. It started picking up again, and it was blowing a little bit, but it was dying down around 1 o'clock in the morning. And then we have the bay here. This is the same view from the other side of the boat, and it is a small, tiny little bay. And I was looking at anchoring a little bit further in, but I got too close to that key and that key, so I didn't dare to. So I moved a little bit further out and dropped the anchor there. It is really shallow in here, so that would be good, and it's really sheltered, but I didn't dare to put the anchor down there. Cute place, a few docks. This appears to be a floating like homemade bridge to get across from the quay sticking out and over to this part of the island. It's probably a pain to walk in the woods behind there. So yeah, cozy little place. If I had more faith in the anchor, I think I would throw the dinghy out and paddle ashore and have a walk on the island. That would have been nice. But the anchor did not hold really well last night, so if it wasn't for the forecast, I wouldn't have stayed here. I put the anchor alarm on a really tight leash, so the boat could, by stretching a little bit on the anchor chain, it would set off the alarm. But it didn't all night, so the boat was just drifting right above the anchor all night, so that was good. It's about 10 meters deep. I have 30 meters of chain out because of yeah, it's too little space. I would have liked to have more, but I didn't dare to. So yeah, especially on this side, if the wind should turn the boat and get over to that side, I would be really close. So I allowed the boat a maximum of 20 meters of swinging space, and I don't think I put the coordinates for the anchor 100% right, but it held. I did not set off the alarm all night, so it was good. Yeah, all good. I'm gonna pull up the anchor now and set off, and I think I'm gonna head out this way and onwards. Perhaps it would be easier to round the island behind me and go on the outside, but I think I'm gonna keep moving on the inside. Just gonna take across and set off. So we'll see how the winds behave down the fjord. I hope it's gonna be sailable, not too much tacking, but I'm gonna sail it anyway. It's just 12 nautical miles.